Welcome to the Podcast FC show. My name is Tom. Our opening segment is powered by ZipRecruiter. It's the new year, which means a fresh start for your business. And a great year starts with making great hires. But posting your job in one place isn't enough to find quality candidates. If you want to find the perfect hire, you need to post your job on all the top job sites. And now you can with ZipRecruiter. You can jumpstart your hiring in 2017, post your job to 200 plus job sites, including social media networks like Facebook and Twitter, all with a single click. Find candidates in any city or industry nationwide. Just post once and watch your qualified candidates roll into ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use interface. No juggling emails or calls to your office. Quickly screen candidates, rate them, and hire the right person fast. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by over 1 million businesses. And right now, our listeners can post jobs on ZipRecruiter for free by going to ziprecruiter.com/sportsfan. That's right, ziprecruiter.com/sportsfan. One more time, to try for free, go to ziprecruiter.com/sportsfan.
Podcast FC show is brought to you by CLNS Radio. CLNS Radio, the leading online provider of audio and video coverage of your favorite Boston sports teams. Follow CLNS Radio on social media. On Twitter, you can find them at CLNS Radio. On Facebook, search CLNS Fans. That's one word, CLNS Fans. And download the free CLNS Radio app on the iOS store and Android store as well. Simply search CLNS Radio in your app marketplace.
Looks a little Huss ball.
Hey, everyone.
Triple captain this weekend, Bus. How's that going?
9 points so far. Evie gets a brace next game against, what was it, Middlesbrough?
If he gets a brace, it's casual.
In Southampton.
Yeah, you could get two.
You
Southampton?
mean like how Liverpool got 2 goals against Southampton today?
I was going to say, dude, it's a lot of disrespect.
You're hyping up Southampton today because you guys tied them, and now it's,
And it was Southampton
But to
away.
be fair, though, it should have been a win because Mr. fucking Reliable that we've never seen miss.
Yeah.
Finally
the
missed.
best left back in the league, right?
So, hey,
best player on the team.
hey, he's human. Before, he wasn't.
His jaw looked a little soft today.
Ooh, he's off the jaw 11.
Get him off.
Straight off the team.
Fraud
Should have shot it with the jaw.
Fraud 11?
Oh, get out of here. Still one of the best left backs in the league. I don't care. Still one of the best left backs in England.
Yeah, because Chelsea played left back, so that's fine.
Oh, yeah.
No
yes,
chance.
chance.
Yes, chance.
The rapper?
Yes,
What?
chance.
The rapper?
Fucking.
I still think he is. Whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, PFC 154.
What's up,
Yeah,
Tiki?
we
You
in
alright,
here, man.
Teeks? You alright?
We in here.
You sound a little down the dumps today.
I almost called out sick today.
Why? What,
yeah,
what happened?
that.
What happened?
Yeah, what happened?
I was just hurting, dude. I was hurting, hoping my boys would come through for me.
No, you
Do a little
United fans, they don't
something.
come through for you.
I was at an Arsenal bar watching this game as well.
Yeah, what happened? Everything okay?
Little Kentucky Derby action.
Yeah, I got a little carried away yesterday. I forgot I'm not into horses.
You and your
but-
big hats and everything, you get
No, I don't wear hats.
If you're not into
Well,
horses,
PFC
why do you
hats.
wearing a hat.
PFC hats. PFC hats only.
If you're not into horses, why you own a Fellaini jersey?
Oh,
No, that's a cow.
good shout. Good shout. That is a cow.
All right. I'm not going to touch it.
Coming in hot right now, United.
Nothing. I'm just a beaten man.
Yeah, you just
I'm a
lost to
beaten
a
man.
shit team. A team that's disheveled,
All right.
out of sorts. The manager can't get it right.
Settle
the
down
fans
over there.
hate each other.
Middlesbrough Monday. Settle down.
Well,
Take it
as you
easy.
say all that, the one thing that I said to you right at the beginning when I first walked in, you can't have United sit back when you are facing a team that has zero confidence. That type of team, you have to get a quick goal against and just keep them down in the dumps. That's
the Jose way, man.
That's
Sit
the
back
whole,
and counter.
You know, step on the necks when they're down. Basically, if you're United, you got to go in there. You need to get that because once they started saying, "Oh, we can shoot again," I forgot how to do this. Oh, we can score maybe. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Arsenal started getting that belief. They started getting that confidence, and then they started ramming it down United's throat. United had a couple chances, but for the most part, Arsenal started believing again.
Well,
And that's the worst thing that United did was give them belief.
You just skipped right to the second half. First half I thought was pretty even. Pretty even.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
it was a stalemate.
It was pretty back and forth. There was some chances both ways.
No, I think there was a lot more Arsenal for me.
Well, you're the only person, but that's
Yeah.
okay.
Well, that's fine, but
I was concerned first half. I was concerned.
Yeah, of course you were, because it's been up and down and so dodgy the past few weeks.
United was growing into the game, though. You know, they started out with the classic Mourinho, pack it in and counterattack, and they were doing well. That's everyone behind the ball, pretty much. And Martial was starting up front for them, and he was a great outlet for them, especially in the first half. And Rooney with the long balls, he was looking for those early over-the-top balls, similar to how
All right,
Leicester
man.
plays.
Let's get into that. Rooney.
Yep.
Rooney out.
Can't play
Arsenal
center
in.
mid, dude. Not even Rooney out, just Rooney not center mid. So if he's willing to sit on the bench and come in as a forward late in the game or fill in, EFL Cup, FA Cup games, whatever. But playing him in center mid with Carrick, they both try to do the same thing. They both try to pick up the balls off the center back. So it ends up being a back four. You got Chris Smalling, Rooney, Carrick, and then Jonesy on the other side. Both Carrick and Rooney drop way too deep, man. That means Herrera is the only one in midfield in an advanced position, and he's not really a number 10 either. So, he's got some magic in him. He's got, a little bit of close control, but he's definitely not a number 10.
He's the box-to-box.
And
Exactly.
he doesn't have that shooting ability anymore, apparently.
Well, you know what? I have to get on that real quick.
Yes, it's score deflections.
Yo, what are you doing trying to shirl everything? What happened to just hitting hope and stay over the ball and
Put
crush
your
it?
laces through it, Rooney.
Come on, son.
At the same
Confidence,
time,
son.
though, he was not that far off. To be fair, he was, a couple feet off on those 2 or 3
The problem,
shots.
the problem is
But-
he did it twice. That's my beef. The first time I was like, okay, he's trying something, top corner. The second time, put your laces through it. He tried the same thing, and he missed by even more.
But
He had time to take a touch at the top of the box,
Yeah,
push it out
dude,
ahead.
come on.
That's when you hammer
That's
it.
laces.
But
dude.
when it comes
And then
down
it gets
to
it gets a deflection and it goes
Exactly.
in.
It's
you know?
a little rusty. He has more.
I agree.
He had more shots this game than starts this year, basically.
Yeah, dude, he hasn't been
look,
playing
look,
consistently.
guys.
He's out of form, and I think, obviously, center mid, I agree with you. He's not the main position for him, especially that left center mid. So maybe put him at more of an attacking role, maybe left wing.
maybe put
who
him
can
at-
drift inside, but,
Or maybe put him on Everton.
oh, man. You think he's done at United then?
Look, I think
Lukaku's out.
he's
For 300,000.
No, he won't get that.
No,
No,
he's
no,
not
no. I'm
gonna
saying
get the
right
same.
now, Rooney's getting 300,000, and you say Carrick and him do the same thing. So might as well keep Carrick. That's less money.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I think.
And plays that position. So
Look, I don't think it's good for the psyche for either Rooney or United, the team spirit, to see him on the bench so often. He was such a prolific player. I know John Terry is going through it at Chelsea, but it's a little different with
He's
that. in that
35.
He's a defender, and
it's
he's
his
35.
It's his final season. He knows
Exactly.
he's already come out and said it.
So, for Rooney, man, I think he needs playing time. He definitely does, but I don't think it's worth giving him that playing time over Martial, over Rashford at Man United right now. We're in a transition phase. He's the last of that class, that golden generation, that golden era, even though he didn't come through with them. We bought him around the same time those guys were popping. It's time, man. It's time. He's not bringing much more to the table. Love this dude, legend. Wherever he goes, I'll support him. But sitting on the bench, coming on for the odd game, you end up looking like shit too. So it's not good for him. He's not helping United. He's a player who should be looked at by United as, oh, man, we missed that guy. We love Rooney. But if we're watching his decline up close and personal like this, before you know it, man, a lot of people will be like, yeah, Rooney was good, but was he really a legend? Yada, yada.
Of course he was. For United, I think
Personally,
he's
I
always
think
gonna
he
be.
is. But, when you see
England, for
a
the
hero
Premier
go down
League.
like this,
Yeah.
It's just kind of sad. It's
takes away
these
from
guys,
his...
he's been playing since he was 16, 17 years old, and that's a difference.
Wait,
we
he's
say-
been playing professionally since he was that age.
We say John
You know?
Terry, yeah, he's old, he's 35, but Rooney's been taking kicks and hacks.
Yeah.
Terry's been doing the kicking, so obviously his career is a little bit shorter.
Now we can think of this in multiple ways. We can say because Rooney stayed in England his whole career, is he getting more hacks? Is he playing more physical?
Hell yeah.
Or is it the fact that when we talk about Messi and Cristiano, one thing that we talk about is their diets and the way they don't drink. And Rooney obviously drinks because the wedding situation.
Jeez.
But
That picture was
but-
crazy.
But when it comes down to it, did Rooney just not take good care of himself body-wise?
I think it's both,
That's part of
honestly,
it.
Huss. I think it's both. You're right. That's a great point
He
you
broke
bring
down
up.
quick.
Yeah.
Well, remember, he broke his foot in 3 places and played in the Euro like 3 weeks later. This was like 8 years ago. I mean,
He was a
I
hero,
think you're
man.
right. I think to your credit, he doesn't really take care of his body. But on the other end of it, he's not a target striker. He can't play the number 9 by himself. If you played 4-4-2 or something like that,
Yeah.
with somebody with pace around him, I
He
think it
would
would work.
shadow. He'd be the shadow
Underneath.
guy coming into that 10 spot
Correct.
a bit.
I think that might work.
Yeah.
But that's just not the way the game is going.
But But even then, man, his confidence in that midfield is so low anyway because he's never played this position in his life. It was funny because you watch Giggs transition, a guy with only one foot, basically, left foot. Rooney at least has both left and right. And you watch him transition into midfield, and Giggs just picked it up right away. I think that's part to do with the intelligence of the actual player.
Footballer.
I think it's that.
I think Rooney is a pure forward,
he's more
pure
technical.
goal scorer.
Giggs, I think, is always more technical.
But Rooney's pretty technical too, man. Let's not sleep on Rooney. If you watch some of his compilations, man, some of his touches, some of his shot technique.
The pings, man.
The pings. He's very technical.
His pings are technical, but, I mean, compared to Giggs. That's all I'm saying. Giggs' technique was on a different level.
He was more crafty.
Yeah. Yeah,
like his
dribbling, his passing, and his knowledge. It's not
vision.
just that.
Overall
okay.
field
So
vision.
you mean dribbling and passing? I thought you meant like his first touch, like that technique.
No, his overall
It's
field
just-
vision, like his
Yes.
quick decision making is just on a different level.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's why like those great players like that, Lampard, even Gerrard, they can play and they have longevity in their career.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree, man.
Rooney does because he has been playing since he was 16. But enough about Rooney, man. This game was about Arsenal. Spanking Man United.
Everyone's an Arsenal fan today.
It was great, dude. We went out to 903 Bolson Street, the Lear Irish Pub and Restaurant, and we're down there. Did a little bit of trivia, handed out some prizes. It was a great time, man. I just want to shout out a couple of the winners. We had Mike, Beth, Bryce, and Alex as well, who we handed out T-shirts to. So we'll be doing more of this type of stuff in the Boston area, guys. If you want to come down and check it out, it was a great time, man.
Hey, if you want to, feel free to pay for our ticket to fly, wherever you are. Feel free, put us first class. We'll get on there. We'll get there. We'll do a nice little trivia show for you and your friends.
Get some free shirts.
Get some free shirts for yourself. That's great.
Just get us there.
Yeah, hit us up. Hit us up on our social media.
But wasn't the atmosphere great down there, man?
It was.
It was actually pretty good.
It was pretty good. I think it hurt a bit because it was a Sunday. I've seen it more packed than that, like you were saying as well. I think I was there a few years ago. Like just
Saturdays,
stumbled onto
like FA
it. Yeah.
Cup finals and things like
Yeah,
that.
FA Cup will be huge. But man, it was a great atmosphere. Weren't as many songs as I thought, like as I came to expect. I go to the United bar and this kid, Chris, he's the founder of the MUFC Boston. And he literally, like, on some days will be handing out, like, sheets of paper, like, okay, here's the Marwan Fellaini song. Let's get into it. Like, it's kind of cool. But, man, the Arsenal crowd, when you guys scored, the whole place erupted.
It's nuts. And we got to thank the
awesome.
Boston Gooners as well, man, for, letting us host down there for a little bit.
No
Jeff
doubt,
and
it was
Brian.
awesome. Thank you, Jeff. Brian, awesome.
Yeah, man, but this game, going back into the game, Granit Xhaka, I don't know how many times Arsenal fans have to egg him on to shoot. He finally shoots. And, yeah, it was a little bit of a lucky ball.
Well, wait a minute.
And that was deflected.
There was a big Jesse in the middle of the field that turned his back.
Who was that?
Tiki.
Honda.
Oh, Ander Herrera.
Turned his back, closes his eyes, does the Tony Cruz, and what happens?
Goal
It's off
time.
his back.
That's it,
Loops
bro.
over De Gea.
Golazo.
You
I
got to
hate
take
that,
it like a
man.
man, bro.
Take it in the face.
You got to face that. I don't mind you protecting your junk, protecting your face, but you got to be, your eyes have to be on that ball. You
Don't
can't turn your
be
head.
afraid.
Take it in the chest.
Exactly. I
Take
mean,
it in the
it's
face.
coming. Say it with your chest.
In the face.
It's coming down to the last few games of the season, dude. If a ball happens to hit your ball, I think that's a worthy sacrifice, dude. For your
Just
team.
one ball, just the left
Just one ball, yeah. Just one ball, because the other one's all tucked in and stuff.
One hangs lower than the other.
Hasn't dropped yet.
Dude, I was so glad to see Rob Holding start in this game. He was solid as hell, bro. Martial trying to go up against him. Get that shit out of here.
That's another guy.
And we said this, Tom. I don't know. We talked about it a little bit. But, Gabriel, dude, this guy sucks. Holden is the guy. He is the guy, and Gabriel is the backup, if anybody goes down, in my opinion.
I'm saying, I don't want to be premature in this, but I think Rob Holding might be special, man. He reminds me of an earlier version of Gary Cahill.
It's premature.
Like,
Very
he's
premature.
maybe not as
Yeah.
physical, but just in terms of just like his mentality and understanding of the positioning, he's playing in a back three. I'm sure he's been used to playing in the traditional back two, with one center back partner, and he played well against Man City in the semifinals of the FA Cup final, and I'm glad Wenger actually is exhibiting some sort of change. Changes the formation, changing the lineup. The one thing I don't like, though, is Alex Iwobi going back in reserves.
Wait a minute.
What
that's
happened
that's
to
the only
youth?
thing you don't like? How about this one?
Well,
how about
no.
Hector? How about Hector Bellerin
Well, he-
going to
he-
Barcelona? I feel like that's
true.
just
Bellerin
solidified
didn't
now.
even start playing against Man
Not even
United.
he hasn't got a sniff.
There's
Dude,
something
Alex
there.
Oxlade has been balling.
I'm not
There's
taking
no
it-
way. He got 2 assists in this game.
How about
Oxlade
this?
is a savage.
Take off fucking Rambo. The guy sucks. Put
agree.
Ox in the middle and put Bellerin in the right
I agree.
wing.
Rambo, I don't
Well,
think
take
should have
off
been
Gibbs,
started.
dude. Take off Gibbs. Put Oxlade on the
don't
other
take
side.
him off. He's my
Nah,
fantasy guy.
Oxlade, every time he's played at...
Get me points. Get me points.
So greedy. Every time Oxlade has played at left wing, even in our 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, he's been way less effective. He's a good crosser. He works excellently on the right side.
Yeah.
It's like Theo Walcott. You put him on the left side, he just completely disappears, man. You know, so I love Oxlade here. I don't want to see Bellerin leave, nor do I want to see Alexis leave. Alexis was quiet this game as well.
See you then.
You know,
See you later.
I'm not sure if he's in a little bit of a slump or if he really is going through some turmoil with his agent, and there have been links to Bayern, but Danny Welbeck was the main story of this. Danny Welbeck. Danny Welbeck getting the goal against Man United, who said he wouldn't score after he left MUFC. And he celebrates as well. How you feel about that? Catch me outside.
I'm happy for him, dude. We sold him. We disgraced him on his way out. He celebrated against us. My rule is always simple, dude. My rule is simple.
The rule sucks.
If you leave your club...
Sucks.
If you leave your club under stressful conditions, celebrate against them. If your club lets you go because they just didn't have room for you, then don't celebrate. That's me, though.
Daddy Welbeck.
It took a Manchester United player to beat Manchester United.
No, it didn't. What about Granit Xhaka?
No, Herrera scored.
That was
Welbeck scored.
That was Anda. There were
shoot
no
the score.
Arsenal goals. Yeah.
You gotta shoot the score, son.
Man United beat themselves, basically. But no, overall, Arsenal did deserve the victory here, man. United was impotent. It's something I feel Mourinho has to seriously address next year. We're not the type of club to sit and pack it in Chelsea style. I understand there's weaknesses in the starting lineups. There's injuries everywhere. But that's your job as the manager, to keep that mentality up. Oh, Zlatan's down. That's fine. We got Rashford. Rashford, get up for this. Oh, Rashford's hurt. That's fine. We got Martial. Martial, get up for this. And I don't think there's enough of that from him.
You guys are going to buy everyone.
Well, he benched. We talked about it. He benched a certain player. You know, Pogba didn't get a sniff today. He starts a 19-year-old at right back. You know, he's putting all his eggs in one basket.
Well,
It would appear.
Yeah.
Dude, that kid was solid. That right back at 19.
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
not dogging him. I'm just saying.
He stuffed Sanchez a couple times, man.
Yeah,
Sanchez had a quiet game, actually, I think,
did.
because of him. And then
That kid was
Sanchez tried to
solid.
switch to the other side, too. Darmian wasn't having his bullshit either.
Yeah,
It
Sanchez.
was incredible.
I wasn't that impressed with him. Ozil, he had his flashes and moments.
Well, Ozil started
well,
playing
the-
and running.
Yeah,
Well,
that was
I
your
said
point.
it. I said it to
Yep.
Tiki. I was like, yo, after Granit Xhaka scored, all of a sudden you see Ozil made a bombing run from like midfield all the way to the left corner of the field, sprinting
To
the whole
save
time.
a ball. To save a
To
ball
keep the
from
ball
going
in
out of
bounds. I was
bounds.
like, well, I was like, who the hell is that?
So as soon as it's 1-0,
yeah, as soon as the
that's
confidence
when-
is flowing, Arsenal gets dangerous.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
that's what.
You know what? Yeah, I'll give you that. We are front runners. If we start off well against you, you're going to be in trouble.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's what I was saying earlier. But with Alexi, when he lit this league on fire early, he was playing the striker role. On the left side, I think he just gets forgotten. He's not high enough up sometimes. Where Arsenal, if he's playing striker, they just play everything through him.
But you know what the problem with him playing striker is that he doesn't get
He
that
scores
Danny
tons of
Welbeck
goals?
goal. No, he doesn't get that Danny Welbeck goal today. He
And
doesn't.
he's not strong enough
He's
to
not
hold
tall
the ball
enough.
up against like
Exactly.
a Vincent Company or
but
someone
if
like
Danny
that.
Welbeck is
confidence-
coming from the left side, he could get the header on the back post.
Danny Welbeck is much more. I think he was Arsenal's best player outside of outside of him scoring the goal and Alex Oxlade and Holden, like you were saying. I think Danny Welbeck, the fact that he can either hold the ball up so he can check in, hold the defender up, or he can roll. He's
What
got
about
the
two
pace
strikers
to get
then?
behind. Look, that's possible. If Wenger
You know
wants
how
to
I
do
feel
that,
about
that could work.
They kind of do that sometimes. Where Ozil would drop
Doo-doo.
You said doo-doo.
they kind of do.
That's so childish.
Yeah, Arsenal's kind of doo-doo. You know, no big deal.
For me.
For me.
Shout out to Al.
Fuck that kid.
Man of the match for me, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. This dude's a savage. Right wing back might be his main position.
I'm going to give it to Danny Welbeck, sticking a dagger in the heart of his ex-club, but we let him go in kind of shady terms. We talk shit on his way out, so I'm happy that he
Nah,
was
dude,
able to.
I gotta go with Tom here. The Ox, man. This guy so versatile. Can play wing back, center mid.
Taking set pieces for us, corner kicks.
2 dimes today. Granted, the first one was kind of a fugazi, but the guy's brilliant, man.
Fantasy doesn't know about that.
It does not. That's why I don't pick him up. But we're going to go every other because I'm going with Welbeck as well. I mean, to
Will
go...
Will Black?
No, I didn't say...
I heard Welbeck.
relax.
Racist.
Relax. So, I mean, you're going against a team that's sold you. That's what I was saying. If he did not start this game, that would just be dumb of Arsene. And if he doesn't sell...
Dumb.
No, that'd be dumb.
Sucks.
But it sucks. But it'd be dumb of Arsene because if
He had
he's
his
not playing...
opportunities to
If he's
score,
not
too.
playing, I don't think Arsenal wins. I really don't. And then because United just sat back. They should have just went straight at Arsenal.
This is the we're trying to pick man of the match here, not have a continuous breakdown.
Yes, but whatever. Well back. You win it.
We hate Tottenham. 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 We hate Tottenham.
We are the Tottenham haters.
Look at these pretty bubbles I'm blowing here. Go on, you mighty hammers. Stick it to those freaking Spurs. Get the hell out.
Tottenham,
Chokers.
Nothing.
We lost an FA Cup. We lost to West Ham.
I love how they
choke.
lose one game. They've lost like 4 games all year or something, and they're chokers.
They've lost 3 games all year. They're uncatchable in second.
I mean, you lost to Crystal Palace, so
Ryan, we're in first place.
I know that, but
End of discussion.
no, but you still lost to them, so it's.
Who did you lost to Bournemouth?
I'm not saying
You
that.
tied
I'm the one that's
Southampton.
not saying that Tottenham are chokers. I'm just saying that game is.
This is
everything.
how
Everything went against Tottenham.
This is what I
No,
mean,
it
man.
didn't. What do you mean everything went against them?
They didn't get the bounces. It's just it happens. Some days you just don't have that little extra
No,
bounce
they
for
played
you.
poor. It's not like they played an amazing game and the bounces didn't go their way. It was a poor performance, man. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying they're chokers, man. They needed to keep up with on Chelsea, okay? And at the end of the day, they weren't able to do it. Yes, I get it. It's a London derby. It's difficult. West Ham unbeaten at their new stadium as well.
No, West Ham's just bipolar. Some days they're really good. Some days they're just
ever
really
since they've been
bad.
playing at their new stadium, they're unbeaten.
Ever since?
Yeah, it's
I mean,
like 4 games.
Oh, okay,
4
I was
games.
gonna say because I mean,
let's put a little caveat on that.
Yeah, it's like 4 games. But
I mean,
before then, everyone
Eric-
was looking at Slaven Bilic like, okay, is he going to stay? Is he going to be fired? What's going on?
my big moment for Tottenham was there's a ball that Eriksson got at the probably like 8 yards out, and he barely touches it with his like left foot, where he could have just taken a nice little touch and then hammered it back to the net. That's when it would have went 1-0 Tottenham, and that would have been the game changer. Because after that, West Ham kept coming down. They get basically the lump of the goal, or it is bouncing, and then it falls for Lanzini 6 yards out. And to be fair, no one misses that.
Dude,
if you do, you gotta retire.
Listen, I watched this whole game, beginning to end of the game. Tottenham, for me, dominated the possession of the game. I mean, it was 68-32 possession. They outplayed them, and it was clear and evident that it was 10 guys behind the ball, 1 guy up top. Work your ass off, and if we're gonna get 1 or 2 lucky breaks because we're gonna catch them on a counter.
Yep.
And that was it, and it worked. You know that it works sometimes. It's the 19th century type football, but it gets the job done.
And they did very well, West Ham. They got a bunch of shots off, so they were playing a counterattack system. Usually with that counterattack system, you get 1 or 2 shots, 1 or 2 chances per half. They had 13 shots. Tottenham had 11. Tottenham had 68% possession, like you're saying, and West Ham had 32. So it's all right there. They had possession with no purpose,
Which is pointless.
Exactly. I love that.
I think Kyle Walker made some great passes, great runs, but at times it almost looked as if he did not want to be on the field.
No, he almost got caught out. The ball played over the top earlier when Lloris came out. Should have been a booking for me.
That should have been a red and
came out 2-footed.
100%.
2-footed. Yeah, he got the ball.
Was it 2-footed or was it 2 knees?
His leg almost
I
hit.
thot he was tucked in. I didn't know
I thought it was
wasn't
reckless.
studs
No,
up.
it wasn't studs up.
It wasn't. It was like
It was
reckless. That's the best way to say it.
He went karate kick without the kick.
And
he brought that knee up and he went
didn't
in.
he hit the ball?
Hit the outside of his knee.
Yeah, but still, that's a high
It's
tackle.
the intent of the tackle.
You
is
talk about how many
dangerous.
times have
But
we
it's a
seen
50-50 with a goalie.
How many
that's
times have we
always heated, more heated than 2 players. 2 players, I get it. If that was 2 players,
It's outside the box. It's on a breakaway.
He got mostly,
but he's got the ball.
He got mostly,
Look,
man. It's not like he got 60%
barely.
ball and man.
Look,
You know,
He got
man.
ball, right?
I'm one to say cool.
much.
I'm cool.
But enough to send the ball in the opposite direction.
Didn't go in the
right?
opposite direction.
Nope.
No, it just
Or to the
skidded.
side, but it didn't keep going. It's not like he flicked it. He got enough
He
contact
did
to
flick
change.
it. He flicked it.
Dude, then it would have went behind for a corner. It didn't. It didn't.
Guy.
Look,
Look, I'm saying I can see your
it's a
point.
foul,
I
man.
can see your point, but I'm not saying this one is as clear cut as others I've seen.
It's a
This
clear-
one, it's a 50-50 with 2 guys, ball bouncing, going in 100%. If he had given a red card, I wouldn't be arguing as well.
Right,
I could say
okay.
I can see a red card there,
Yeah.
but the fact that he didn't, I don't think it was that big a miscall because he gets the ball too.
Foul. Has to be a foul. In my
If you're
opinion.
going to
At
call
the
a foul,
very
then
least.
it's going to be a red. That's the thing, and that's why I think the referee was torn. He's like, all right, he got a little bit of ball, but
You can call yellow card now if your intent is playing the ball. If you're dragging someone down, your last man, and you drag, it's no longer black and white. That last man, automatic red. No, if you're trying to win the ball and tricky Messi pokes it by and you take him down, that's not a red because you're doing a footballing move. Now, if Messi's breaking in and you grab his jersey and you yank him down, that's a red. So in that situation. The goalie's trying to play the ball to the point where he even hits the ball. At most, is free kick, yellow. At most.
I'm cool with them playing that because I want the more physical side of the game. But when it comes down to it, you see times when people slide in, their foot is, 6 inches higher than the foot, and they get a yellow card.
Yeah.
Larice's knee hit mid, probably mid.
Him in the hip.
Yeah, exactly. Hip, maybe lower
It was
stomach.
a high hit, bro. Yeah.
So
It definitely was,
you have to be
man.
consistent with it.
Yeah, the ball.
But it's all because
the direction
Kyle
of the
Walker.
ball changed.
It changes viciously. So it's not like he flicks the ball. He literally wins the ball. The ball takes an immediate directional change. And that's what the referee saw. He said, okay, that was a
Sorry to
crazy
abandon you.
50.
I had to say it again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I
watched
mean, I agree, but it's just the intent of the tackle is still reckless for me.
Yeah, it's a reckless.
And I
it's
feel like
Kyle
he slips a bit, too.
Kyle Walker, like
Yeah,
Ryan was saying,
yeah.
back to the original point,
Yeah.
was about 30 yards out of position, just casually jogging back.
Dude, so is Kyle Walker done at Tottenham?
He says he is, or he didn't say.
He's
but
not signed a
there's-
contract, so
There's rumors that he's out. I mean,
Well, that's why they also subbed him, too, man. Because I think the coach, he didn't play him, what was it, last game? He didn't play him.
Against
He
Arsenal,
played Trippier. And
dominated.
then this game, he pulls him off for Trippier. So I think he's basically saying, look, you want to go? That's cool. We're going to cut down on your playing time. That's it. And I don't blame Walker. He's got guys like Barcelona looking at him. Chelsea, I think, is looking
City.
at him. City's looking. So I don't blame him.
he's in England
dude.
#1, bro.
Yeah, he's in England
Sniff
#1.
everyone,
You
yeah.
got to find a top club for
about
you.
Your boy Toby Alderweireld almost giving up another goal. Dude tries to get too cute, too fancy, trying
yeah.
to douse in the box.
Oh, my
What are you
God.
doing, man? What
Dude,
are you doing?
But that's La Liga stuff, man. You see Pick doing that. You see Bailly
Oh, my
doing
goodness.
that. That's fucking
Yeah,
next
go back
level
to
shit.
Atleti, bro, with that bullshit.
For me, dude, I was really impressed with West Ham's organization this game. The defense and the midfield, especially Koyate and Mark Noble, absolute
I think
studs.
we got
in
a
midfield.
new name 11. Koyate. I gotta shout him out,
Dude,
bro.
he's one of my favorite players in the league this year, man.
The dude just works, man.
He plays every position for them this year. If
He's
you
a
look at the
robot.
positions, he plays
He's a
center back.
robot.
He's
You don't
played
know what a
fullback.
robot is. Watch Koyate play.
Machine, dude. Yeah, even the way he runs, it's very robotic. Like,
What's the difference between a robot and a machine?
That's true.
Big
What
difference.
is a robot?
Big difference.
He's both. Okay.
Dude, Lanzini, round of applause
Yes!
to this guy, man. Stepping up.
Sinking
Who
the-
the, who the hell is Payet?
No applause for me.
What a hater. What a hater.
Earlier in the game, he takes the shot himself.
Oh, he should've
when-
crossed it.
When he had a
Yes.
man open 10, 12 yards out, and he... Come on, dude.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It was,
Caleri.
You know what?
Caleri.
His goal?
Yeah,
his,
yeah.
His
Yeah,
goal was because it's luck of the draw. It just bounced to the 6. When he had
It
the
wasn't
ball,
luck at the draw. It was
look at his
hustle.
movement.
Yes, and
No,
look
no, no,
at
but
look at
from
Dyer.
the left
what I'm
wing-
saying is he got more so lucky with the ball bouncing there than his other time that he had the ability to make the decision to pass it to your right to
I'll
make
give you that.
the shot.
Make his
And
own
he-
luck.
I'll give
he
you that.
messed up. So I can't give him the play of the match. I can't give him a round of applause for that goal because early in the game he should have made the better
Yeah,
decision.
but the fact is, if he's not on the pitch, what's it called? West Ham doesn't win. That's the fact.
if Ayu's
So,
not on the pitch, they don't win. If Noble's not on the pitch, Koyate is on the pitch, they don't win.
Those you can make arguments for. But the fact is, Lanzini was their number 10. He's
Yeah.
literally wearing
He's
the
just
jersey, and
pulls the strings.
he was brave, man. He was
he
taking
dribbled
on
with the ball on
Wanyama.
that side, and then he initiated the goal.
Yeah, dude, this
He
guy was
initiated
a
the
problem.
goal.
I understand that was very wasteful, and Tottenham should have made him pay for wasting that opportunity. The guy's wide open in the 6, basically in the 6. I think he was in the PK spot.
Dish it, bro.
Dude,
Dish it.
we gotta give shouts to Adrian, the goalkeeper. He made some good
Oh,
saves.
yeah,
dude.
Big saves.
That foot save off
Yeah.
the Harry Kane, Dele Alli,
going in the middle.
like triple,
Yeah,
whatever.
one where he parried it wide
Damn,
as well,
bro.
a diving
Well,
save.
the whole
Lloris
ma-
as well. Even though Lloris, there was 1-0. The goal that was scored was a scrambled goal.
Fuck that
He made
frog.
some saves, man.
The whole match,
Hate 'em. We hate
especially,
Tottenham.
especially after the goal, I was just waiting for Tottenham because Tottenham's gonna score. They're gonna find some way because they have been with the Eriksson goal last week.
That's
I
true.
mean, the Ali just tapping the ball right at the
Ali
goal
had a
line.
big miss too, dude.
Yeah.
Ali and Kane with that rebound smash,
Yeah,
man.
that's
That was
the
both my
big save.
fantasy dudes.
The big save
If
from Adrian.
if basically they hit the chances that they had, Tottenham should have won this game 4-1. No, because there was
If game
No,
coming out
but
strong.
there was legitimate misses. Like that should not have been misses. Like I said,
Nah,
Eriksson,
I'm thrilled.
8 yards out, he takes a bad touch with his. Why don't you just put it in the net, bro?
Guy sucks.
You're my fantasy player, bro.
So much easier
Come
said than
on.
done. Just put it in the net.
That's
Pretty
fair.
simple,
I don't care. I don't care about the game. I just care about fantasy.
Man of the match.
Eriksson Ali killed me on that.
I'm gonna give it to Lanzini. dude.
I'm
give it to
Lanzini all the way,
Lanzini,
bro.
Guy's
man.
a baller, man.
Beast.
I should have picked him up.
The special shout out
Koyata.
Oh,
I love that.
Koyate.
I can hear
Love
that
that.
too. I can hear that too.
He was all over the place. He was on the back end. He was on the front end. It's kind of sounded weird. He was in the back line and then on the.
He was on the back end. He was in the front end. He was in the mouth end. What are you getting into over here, dude?
Fucking Hussey's grease all over it. All right. Who's shooting the pool today?
South Pool versus Southampton. Couldn't get it done.
Shit in the bed.
No, it's South Pool versus Liverhampton.
No, because they don't take any players.
That's true. They don't pick up shit.
They're still Southampton.
Right.
They keep it through and through.
Fair play.
It's these mofos.
Liver shit.
That's much better.
I don't want to get into it.
Is it in the shit or on the shit?
I don't want to get into it. I mean, it's just another game.
The best player in your team lets you down today with a side foot penalty. Absolute fucking shocking.
This was a poor penalty for James Milner.
Come on, guys.
It was.
Because
It was a
It was a good save. It was a good
Because
save.
of the placement, man.
No, but if you look at his placements for his last 5 PKs, they were all right there, man. They were all right there. I don't think that PK is a bad one. It's just not perfect.
It's not.
Side netting.
It's slow.
Obviously,
It's slow.
No, it wasn't
Forget
slow.
about that.
No,
He
was
should have
slow.
changed it up.
Hit it with some
Foster
power.
left early, dude.
I think he hit it with some power.
Foster
And
left
let's
early.
not forget the mind games Foster played.
Oh,
All up in
come
his
here,
head.
little boy.
That
All
was
up in his
awesome.
head.
You know what?
That's the best thing to do.
And he was
to a
stepping
PK
on the penalty
kicker.
spot.
Yeah.
And
Kicking-
then Ward Prowse got a yellow too for
Yep.
delaying the game.
Yeah.
Dude, I love that, man. If you're going to get a yellow, that's a yellow worth getting.
have
Just get
to.
in this dude's head,
So
take your
true.
yellow.
But if I'm Milner, you've seen him before where he goes left all those times, and then he goes right, or he goes middle. Because he's taken so many to the left so far, like you say, the last 4 or 5 have been left, go up the middle on this guy. Because he's not expected. Because you know what?
Like it was predetermined before the game.
But the thing is, if they're trying to get in your head, all right, just go with the old reliable, up the middle.
No,
No,
Over
that's not
Reliable
Over
is
Reliable.
hitting it away to the left in the direction
you're
he
right-
hit it. He just didn't hit it as well as I've seen
Yes.
him hit other PKs, man. And he hit
And
it with
then
some
there's-
power. Just the placement let him down.
Yeah,
He's a
and
big
it did.
bear like that.
I don't think it's a bad PK because it's also low. So Foster made a great save,
was a
man. I
good
think
save.
it's more of a
It was a
great
really good
save
save.
than a bad PK. Was it a perfect PK? Hell no.
No.
Perfect PK
was a great
rattles
save.
that side net in. But
So he's not the best left back in the APL.
Oh, he is.
I never
One
said
of
that.
those.
7 out of 8
I'm
penalties.
not even
Still the
gonna-
best.
He's one of the best left backs in the EPL.
He's probably in the world, actually.
But just
Way.
again, I mean,
World 11.
after you see United
Bertrand.
drawing or something, or you see Arsenal losing to Tottenham, all
I
you
just
have
saw
to
Arsenal
win,
beat
all
Man
you have
United.
to
That's what
do
I saw.
is just win the rest of the 3 games.
Oh, just win. That's all you got to do.
Dude,
guys.
you'd be the worst coach ever.
No.
Just put it in the back of the net.
No, I understand
Just
that.
win
Just
the
run.
game.
But
And
it's just,
shoot.
Fast, though.
17
Run fast.
shots to
Hey, go
4,
kick that girl.
65%
before.
possession, and I
Got him flat tire.
But it just didn't fall in the back of the net, and
I
Liverpool deserved the win,
You know
but they
what-
just didn't get it.
you know
That's
what?
wrong. I watched this game, and it was a shit game. It was a bunch of kickball, and it wasn't good to watch. It was frustrating to watch. They had opportunities. I'll give you that. Liverpool did have opportunities to win this game, but their final decision to produce the final ball was absolutely shit.
And that's a great point you bring up because the commentator also mentioned that there wasn't enough creativity in midfield.
Because who was on the bench?
I mean, that boy.
Lallana.
Yeah,
They
that boy
started
Lallana.
Georgie, they
Well-
started Lucas, and they started
Wijnaldum.
Weesh,
and-
weesh.
and Chan.
Yeah.
Chan
That's
was not-
that's
yeah.
3. That's a number
Holding
6 and
three
2
of
number
the
8s.
same. Yep.
You have nobody pulling strings,
Well-
deciding things.
Well, to
Coutinho.
Klopp's defense, Lallana was hurt. Like, he's coming off an injury, so he's not fit enough. And in general, he's not a super fit kind of player anyway. Even when he's
What do you mean by
100%,
that?
even when he's 100% healthy, he gets subbed. You look at his stats on fantasy.
I thought you just
he
meant
goes
like
78
in terms
minutes.
of like
He's-
fitness, like stamina.
he
That's what
still
I thought.
could've went
That's why he goes
60.
subs. That's what I'm saying. Like, he works hard those 78
Yeah,
minutes, but he
yeah.
never finishes a 90. Look at his fantasy.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
He
though.
used to with
could've-
Southampton.
That's true.
Yeah, he could have went 60. I mean, I agree with Frito in that. Because
Not yet,
Lallana,
though.
you come back. He played last game. He came off the bench,
Yeah,
and I think he's fit enough to play 60.
but you're playing Southampton at home. It's a game where you shouldn't need Lallana to come
Yeah,
in
it's
and be
like- no,
creative.
because
you have
L-
Coutinho and Firmino, just those
Southampton-
two, and
Dude,
Wijnaldum.
Firmino did nothing.
Firmino did more than Coutinho, in my opinion. He didn't do much,
I guess.
but I think Coutinho was the one who let them down today. You could see, I think he's just not match fit yet.
Bumps on a log. You know what a bump on a log does?
What?
Nothing.
Set him up,
That's fucking great.
smashed him down.
They did nothing. There's no Brazilian connection, no flair, no creativity, not getting narrow, working the 1-2s.
You know what?
Just trying to get the ball to Milner on the outside and Klein on the other side and have him lump balls into the box. That's the game.
They're also going to need a number 9
Proper.
because
Ah,
they have
dude,
to
Sturridge
introduce
came out with
Sturridge in
shit.
here. But I think
Sturridge
Origi
played
was worse.
very well, man.
Yeah, Origi
Yeah.
was worse than Sturridge, man.
Yeah.
Sturridge balled up.
He was a bright spot.
Origi
Yeah.
has done nothing for his career since
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 the World
Mane
Cup,
went
though?
out, and he's saying, I've said this like every other week basically.
Oh,
where
that's true.
Origi comes out saying, I want the spot, and then he's unhappy with the playing time that he got. He's done nothing for his career except hurt it since stepping in for Mane.
He reminds me of Ryan Babel. He'll be out in 3 years.
Reminds me of Ryan Huss.
Dude, Ryan Babel.
I was waiting for someone to say
next
that.
on me right there.
Guys, right? Ryan Babel came
Ryan
in,
Babel
wanted
was
playing time, wasn't getting playing time, got it, didn't do shit. Fucking off you go. And what's he doing now? Nothing. He's probably retired.
Nah, man, he's at Besiktas.
Yeah, what's he doing there?
Don't sleep playing with Quaresma.
Yeah, cool.
The most skillful winger in the world.
Best outside move.
Best outside show.
Robana's on deck.
For bonus on deck.
Dude, Gabbiadini though for Southampton, he has
Took a nap.
look. Overall,
He was a pain in
yes,
the ass,
but
though.
look, dude, he was their threat. He was in and out, making
Look.
sneaky little moves here, and I
He's-
like this guy, man.
Dude,
I don't
he's-
think he's a fluke. We
I like
don't
him.
see too many
Big fan.
Italians excelling in the EPL.
Well,
I
we
think
don't-
he can.
We don't
He's
see
hard
many
working.
Italians coming into the EPL. This guy has that movement. That stat that you can't really measure of like finding little pockets of
Sneaky,
spaces. Yeah, he's gonna be good for them.
But again, we see
But he took a nap here.
we
Yeah,
see
he wasn't
Liverpool
at his best.
missing something. It is Mane.
Heart.
Because he is the type of player that just runs somebody down, creates a bad pass, gets a ball, beats somebody, gets just not even a great shot, just a toe poke, kind of like what he did with Everton. Just was right place, right time, gets that ball in when you just need it.
Left or right.
And like
Correct.
this type of season right now for Liverpool, just get out of the season in top 4 if you can.
That's the
Just
goal.
do everything you can, because if they can get top 4, that changes everything, because they can bring in 2 to 3 to 4, even 6 players next year. But
Studs.
like at least 2 real legit players coming in.
Yeah, like A class.
But if you don't
You
get
need
top
Champions
4,
League.
exactly. And right now, I mean, how many? Wish I had the stat right now. I'll have to look it up later. Where how many games Liverpool has had a full squad with Coutinho and Mane in it? Because let's say Chelsea played basically half the year without Hazard. Are they in first right
No,
now?
we'd have Willian and Pedro.
Are they in first though? I don't
Still
think
not
so.
in first.
I don't think you're in
Not with all
first.
those
You had
goals.
those guys
And then-
last
and-
year.
and then when he
That
comes
means there's
back-
more than just having them. on
And
the
then when
I
he
think
comes
it's more-
back,
it's more about the
Costa
system.
That's it.
leaves. So once Hazard comes back, Costa's out
They
there.
put him bench why?
No, but you're not in first
favorite.
though. If
Right.
those two
All
guys
I'm
are
saying,
switching back
all I'm
over.
saying
Bench
is,
him.
all I'm saying is
Bench.
Chelsea has coverage.
Chelsea's
Liverpool
probably
has-
in third place.
Okay, well, you can make up all the crazy ideas you want. I'm just telling you that it does.
That's not crazy.
It came out of your mouth. It's definitely crazy.
That's not crazy. To think that Chelsea could be in third place without Hazard and Costa playing together, just going back
Yeah,
and
but
forth,
it's
back
just,
and
it's
forth,
just
back and
because
forth.
that's how you think.
That's not. No,
That's not a fact.
That's
Yeah, it's not a fact.
It's not a
no,
fact.
it's not a fact, but it's a legitimate
opinion.
situation.
It's a legitimate opinion.
It's a legitimate. Yes,
It's a legitimate
thank you for-
opinion.
Thank you for saying
Yeah,
it's legitimate.
I'm saying that it's an opinion.
no, you
That's
said
not
it was.
legitimate.
No, you said it was legitimate.
A legitimate opinion.
No, you said it was legitimate, as in you said it was pretty good.
You hear what you want.
Pretty good.
It's unbelievable.
I didn't hear pretty good in there.
It's about the system, and Liverpool played like shit. It doesn't matter if you could have had fucking Messi on the field. It wouldn't have mattered because the team was playing
relax,
like
relax.
Dude, what it comes
Messi
down
on the
to-
field, they're obviously
When
winning.
it comes down to that, rock and roll footy, man, is cute from August all the way through December. But once that December rush hits, you can't play that rock and roll high pressure football.
And
Yes,
have
you
no
can.
depth. You have no depth.
You
What
can't
is your
because these
issue?
guys' legs. You see
have
Coutinho
no depth.
walking. You see Firmino struggling. You see Origi, who was looking so promising. Now he's struggling.
Dudes
It's
get
just your
hurt,
legs,
and you guys
dude.
have issues. Mane's out, issues.
So it's not the
Coutinho,
system; it's
dead
the
leg, issues.
it's the depth.
It's the depth.
It's the depth.
'cause
It's
not the system.
Because
But it's
and
the
you
system.
can play that.
No,
But it's
but
the
the lack of
system
depth-
with your team.
the lack of depth
Exactly.
does not.
It's
It doesn't contribute to your depth. So if you're Chelsea and you're playing high press all year, okay, if someone goes down, you can replace him.
But
Yeah.
they don't have a Fabregas that can hold on to the ball and pass well. So that's where hopefully next year they can get into top 4 and then just buy somebody that they can do.
Hopefully, if and by.
No, what needs to happen,
Hopefully.
Huss, is that
If.
I think
What's
it's-
Chelsea's game? Chelsea doesn't have. I mean,
Yeah,
they just buy.
No, they just win.
No,
win.
buy.
Win,
Buy.
which equals win. So
If they didn't have billions of dollars spent, what would Chelsea be doing right now?
winning.
They'd be jerking each other off. They would be
Whoa.
doing nothing.
Whoa.
So
Anyway.
again, this is more legitimate opinion from the bus.
We circle jerk
Dude,
Chelsea.
Liverpool. That's what I was looking for. Liverpool are playing West Ham, and West Ham at home again next week,
They'll
May
lose that.
14th. That is
Giant
the biggest
killers.
game of the season right
If
now.
they lose that game or they tie that, if they don't win that game, they're not making top 4.
You just tied this one, so it's
No, that's what I'm saying. If they do not tie or draw, sorry, draw or lose, Liverpool.
so you have to win.
It's a must-win.
No, it's not, dude. The whole league is stumbling. Are you kidding me, Ryan?
No, it's a must-win.
No, if you look at the fixtures for the rest of the teams,
They have 2 more games left.
if they do not win, they do not make top 4. If they lose next match and then tie the next match, they could finish in 6th. They can go from 3rd to 6th like that.
Oh, you mean 8th place? Oh, you mean championship?
No, road to 8. That's for you.
Nah, I'm just talking
I'm
shit.
talking about Sprout
Talking
maybe
shit.
going in front of them, not Arsenal.
Hey, we beat Man U down today, so we're feeling it.
That's cool.
We're coming back.
Liverpool beat down Arsenal. Which point?
All right, you lost to Bournemouth. and to
4-3?
Swansea.
4-3?
And the Hull.
4-3?
And you're playing West Ham next
4-3?
week. We'll see.
4-3?
We'll see. Koyate coming for that ass.
Lanzini to the Wizard.
I'm surprised Alexi didn't take off his Arsenal shirt for a United shirt today. Oh, no, that's Chelsea's
Chelsea,
going shirt. That's right, it is.
You know who's shaping up into a really nice player, man? Romeo. This dude is picking it up slowly. That number 6 position. I think
this guy.
I think he's gonna be the next.
Nah, dude.
Romeo, dude. I think he's gonna be the next guy to come out of Southampton in a couple years, out of that midfield.
I'll give it to you. I think he's developed. I mean, he's at Barcelona
Dude,
Academy.
he had the Barcelona
he's at Chelsea.
education. That's the difference.
I know. I understand. But I don't think he's going any higher than Southampton. I think he's going to bop around mid-level clubs. Everton might be the highest he'd go.
Bop it?
I'm going to bop you in the head in a second.
Twist it?
Pull it.
Skip it.
Man of the match for me, I'm going to give it to Frazier in that Forster.
No
What a
doubt.
savage.
No doubt.
What a savage.
beast.
Absolute
dude.
mind games.
Dude should be playing football, too.
Forget about mind games. He's just a good goalie.
Dude, he's huge. He's
Yeah.
just
You see him just towering over Milner, dude?
Dude, just standing over him like it's his kid or something. Like it was.
Dude, I love how they're
intense,
stepping on the penalty spot and
Yeah.
digging it out with
Yeah,
their
dude.
cleats.
Just hoping he slips or catches a bubble. Oh,
He's
I
a
love
bear.
it. I love that.
He's a bear.
Oh, I love head games. Man City 5, Crystal Palace zip.
So
Come on, Palace.
This
I
is,
mean,
this is the
some
old.
help.
This is the old Palace.
Needed some help. Yeah, it was. Great shout, dude. It definitely was the old Palace. No backbone. Goal given up in the first 2 minutes.
I knew Gabi Jesus was going to do something in this game.
Oh, I picked him up in fantasy. Did nothing.
But
We get 5 points. That's
De
good.
Bruyne, man.
Okay, really.
He was probably the player of the week. Goal and 2 assists. And his quality on the ball, his quality on the dead ball, absolutely amazing, man.
I was so close. It was one of those things where
I almost picked him up.
I see Alexi, I'm like, double match week going against United and Southampton. Or would I pick up with De Bruyne because the rest of the years? I'm like, no, I got to stay with the double match. And well, I'm an idiot.
We all know that.
I don't think a lot of us saw this coming. I think actually all of us have kind of had a bit of a blind spot for City. Obviously, a bunch of people picked up Jesus, but in general, for that City midfield, no one's really picked up Sane, Sterling. Oh, you have Sane still? Sterling and Silva and De Bruyne. Those 4 players, I feel like, are a must. And then obviously Aguero and Jesus.
You can't even really trust Sterling because he didn't play last week.
That's
Right.
the thing, man. That's the thing with City is that it's
No,
so hard to
ADB
pick
That's
up.
the thing with Pep Guardiola.
That's true.
So now I think the next trusted guy is Vincent Kompany because the way he's been playing lately, it's 3 goals in like 3 or 4 games, something like that.
He's rated at like
Helping-
5.9, though. He's too expensive for me.
Yeah, but he's keeping clean sheets now. He's scoring goals, and City need to finish the season strong. Yes, his health is always a question, his durability, but there's 2 more games left,
They're
man.
peaking.
And you notice what City plays the 4-1-4-1. What happens? They're successful. Granted, they're playing Crystal Palace, a much weaker opponent, but this I have found that this has been the formation that works best for them.
Dude,
And-
David Silva looked like a man possessed in this
Yeah.
game. I don't know if it's because he was injured lately, so he had a chance.
because he
to
scored
actually
early. That's
get
why
some
he was
breaks.
hot.
Bro, he was so on fire, man. He scored in the first 2 minutes,
Yeah.
and
Dude,
from
time
then,
out, man. What was Martin Kelly doing with that header, though?
He's a
Just
fraud
put it on
this
a
entire
plate.
game.
Anybody want this?
Come on. Top of your box. I understand maybe if he scored an own goal trying to flick it over his net for a corner. Dude literally cushioned headered it to the top of his 18, dude. How? Like, what were you expecting?
No,
What was
you know-
the hope?
you know
That's
what
what
it
they train
was?
at Liverpool. You know, that's what they train you to do.
it was.
Wasn't he a right back, though, originally? I thought he was
I don't
originally
know.
right back.
That's why they.
He was
teach
playing
you-
center back today. I don't know. No,
Just
soccer.
send it the way it came from, dude. A straight header
No,
back
you know what
towards
it
the
was?
cam.
You just send it for a corner kick. That's why I see more and more professionals trying to clear the ball out for a corner kick because it's way safer than having to turn your hips, adjust. I think he was trying to send it away like that, but
No, bro.
It's
You
the
look at
angle
him.
of the
There's no drive. I think he got caught in 2 minds. There's no literally. Tell him it's a cushioned header.
Oh,
There's
no, I'm
no
looking at
power.
it.
Like he literally is squatting as he heads the ball.
yeah,
like
he
to
couldn't
cushion it.
generate as much power as he wanted to. I think he wanted to get it out, but if you look at the
Like he's
angle
going.
again,
He's going like down.
because he has to twist. Because the ball by Raheem Sterling, it's like a little bit of a lower cross.
But what you do in
Palace-
that situation, send it the same way it came from.
Or
Balls-
flick it on.
flick it on, but he couldn't get low enough. So that one I understand. Like,
corner
he was
kick.
trying to low.
Corner's
trickier because you're still like going over your goal. You know what I mean? Like if you just literally send it the way it came, sure they can recycle and recross it, but it was too low for a corner. I think to get under it and get it over for a corner was too tricky. All he had to do just squat, send it back. Dude.
Martin Kelly.
Well, listen, Crystal Palace has 3 center backs injured at the moment: Sacco, Tompkins, and Scott Dan.
Yeah, it's
and they brought Damian Delaney off the bench, but the man's 35 years old. Like, you know, it's just too old. And their back line is made up of all outside backs: Schlupp, PVA, Martin Kelly's a right back, and Joel Ward. They're all outside backs. Yeah. So it's a mismatched defense patchwork. You know, and on top of that, you know, you're going against a City team that you know can fire.
I think this game would have changed in the 35th minute if Christian Benteke scored that header.
Special save.
That really was a special save by Willie Caballero. He does what you were saying. You send it back the way it came from. You bounce it down across goal. Excellent reading and positioning by Willie Caballero to make the save. And after that, they were just deflated. And City, they just took care of business, man.
I love punching. I've never seen this low a rating on who scored. My man got a 3.7 out of 10.
Damn.
Yes, there's 2 errors that caused goals. This was one of those games where you can't take anything out of it for Palace. You just got to say, hey, amnesia this fucking game.
Shit happens.
Never think about it again. Allardyce was disappointed because it sounded like Crystal Palace was starting to rest on their laurels. He was saying after the post-match, during the post-match interview, he was saying that basically I was telling these guys that the season's not over. You're starting to feel safe because you hit that 40-point mark, but it's not over. You got to keep pushing. You got to keep pushing. And now
anything can happen in the EPL.
Now with Hull City winning, Hull City is 2 points behind Palace with 2 games left. Both teams have 2 games left. Hull City's goal difference is obviously horrible.
My table has Hull City at 34 and Palace with 38.
Sorry. Why did I say 2 points? You're right. It's 4 points. It's 4 points. I was looking at 36 games played. My bad. So a slip up from Palace again, a win from Hull. Now it's 1 point. Now you're going into that last day.
Everything's riding on it.
Everything, $100 million is riding on that game.
You're sweating before the game starts.
When you're an owner, dude, you got to promise everyone something at the end of the game for the win. You got to say, hey, everyone gets a car. Everyone gets a car if we win this game. Some kind of incentive.
Straight Leicester City style. I thought Zaha was pretty good though. I think he loves and he relishes playing against the big dogs.
You know why, man? Because he got tapped. Yeah, he got tapped to be one of the big dogs. It didn't work out for him, so I think he's got that chip on his shoulder. It's good, man.
He roasted Company on the outside. Company took a smart foul, taking that yellow card to take him out.
The dude's got it, man. It's there. And
Zaha?
Yeah, it's a huge pickup for Palace getting him back. He, like you said, he's got a point to prove, and he wants to ultimately get back to that level. He's going to move again at some point. I hope in a year or 2, and they should be because he's got that
dynamic
X factor, something to him, you know.
Yeah. But De Bruyne, man, with the power shirls again, Hennessy
company finish.
If you have a goalie who's top notch, I think he does better with that save. It does hit his hands, and that's the golden rule. Yeah, if it hits your hand, you make the save.
Savable.
Yeah, you make the save. But either way, man, KDB for me, man of the match in this one.
What a string puller.
And 2 assists, leading the league in assists. This guy is on fire this year.
Hit the crossbar too. He could have had 2 goals.
I'm giving my man of the match to Vincent Kompany. This dude is what this team is missing. Yeah, very evident. You know, they could put a friggin' traffic cone next to him, and he could hold that line together. They get the clean sheet, and he scores an absolute pearl of a goal.
City keeping clean sheets now. What the hell's going on?
Company's back, bro.
He was joking around. Somebody was joking around.
Fraudamendi.
Close your eyes and swing. Basically, only goal.
Yeah.
He was joking around.
Nice finish, though.
That's funny, though.
It's top cheese.
Dude, I'm going to give it to De Bruyne with a special shout-out to Otamendi.
Oh,
Finally put a worthy partner next to this guy. I don't think he can carry it on his own.
Nope.
But you put someone Studley next to him.
I think you should go Stones and Kompany, man.
No way, not yet. I think Stones. I think Stones is for the future, and I think Stones will replace Kompany because Kompany is a little brittle. Kompany's also getting up there in age, but I think Stones will come in. I think it's brilliant that Stones isn't playing game in, game out, man. The pressure on that kid. You saw the media, even us.
He will make a mistake.
Exactly. And the way Pep plays, Pep has said that the most difficult position for me is the center back because they have to do basically what midfielders and forwards do and still defend. So he'll come in he'll be fine, man. Stones, he's a kid. Let that kid relax a bit. Let the media get off his back. Let's all forget his name for a little while.
City should go have to buy from United.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen,
dude.
It's just aggressive.
Sure.
Just like
They should
United
go
should
after-
go after Kun
We should go
Aguero.
after Ramos as well. I mean, it's so
Maybe they
left
could get
field,
by.
dude.
You never know.
Liverpool should go to Messi.
Nice finish by Raheem Sterling using his left foot. Thanks for listening to the Podcast FC show.
You're
Tom
welcome,
here.
Raheem.
Yeah, there you go, man. Keep putting in work on that left foot.
He shot it.
Yeah, he
Wasn't
shot
outside
it.
the 18.
Yeah,
but
not
he
good
shot
enough.
it.
Not good enough for Hussbag.
It was a volley.
Yeah.
Where's that put it?
It is what it is.
Dude. I'm Hussey. Quick touch.
Leicester's black, 3-0 against Watford.
Doused.
Kicking ass.
Doused.
They're doing it, dude. I still hate Leicester for how they did my man Ranieri. This dude brings you your first ever championship.
Gets you out of the group stage in Champions League.
Gets you out of the group stage. You go on a bit of a Champions League run. And these players just
I don't
didn't
wanna
play
for
him.
you anymore.
Yeah, they just didn't play for him. So I'll never.
Spoiled brats.
I don't think I'll ever have a soft spot for these guys again, man. Actually,
Nope.
I'll have a
Never
bit of a
had.
sore spot.
Never have.
Sore
Never
spot.
will.
Never
I hope they
have.
go down next
Fuck.
year
I
with
did
Marty.
because they did the impossible. 5,000 to 1. I was like, these guys are gonna be lauded, live in history forever. But now I'm like,
Now they're complete pieces of shit.
You guys suck.
Ndidi. Your
Weird.
boy Tom pops up a goal
Drop him.
early on. Tom drops him. He scores.
It was like
That's
Etienne
magic.
Capoue early in the year.
Ah.
I picked him up, dropped him. He gets a goal.
Mahrez bumps in one, and then they get one late on with Mark Albrighton from Vardy.
Here's
Nice
a question
finish.
real quick with Mahrez. I know it's a quick touch, but do you think he's wearing a blue uniform next
No.
season?
Dude, he sucks.
What do you think
He
he
waste
goes?
of money.
France.
They're gonna want too much money for him.
They're gonna
Not
want
worth
30 to 35 for him.
Not even worth it.
Where in France?
Monaco, PSG.
PSG. You
Maybe.
think he can go that high?
Yeah,
Yeah, Lucas sucks. You can take that spot.
I think he can. I think he
Alright.
played that right.
What
one
about
spot.
Marseille?
Maybe, but I don't know if Marseille would splash the
More like
cash
Nice.
for him.
I was gonna say Nice after.
Nice has to win something, man. I don't think they
Dude,
can
but if
sustain that
they were
run.
close.
They're in
but
Champions League.
They
Yeah.
finish in third. If they finish second, third this year,
That's
they're
what
gonna
I'm
make a
saying.
lot
They
of
gotta
money.
sustain it. Yeah.
That's a guy. That should be a guy they should target
Nah,
right there.
Balotelli's enough.
To be fair though,
Ballo.
I hear China's calling for people.
You hear? Yeah, Costa
So
heard all
I could
about
see
it.
Mahrez going to China getting a huge payday. He's won the Premier League.
Honestly, that's a guy I would support going to China. You're a bit of a one-hit wonder. Who knows? You know, he could go to PSG and stuff,
Don't
put
be
in the
that
work.
dude.
If he's
Mahrez.
making 300,000 a
man.
week,
You'll
he's
never
not
have to
going to get
work.
that anywhere.
Dude, the amount of skill I saw him display that year they won the title. He's
It's
doing
incredible,
elasticos
Yeah,
through
but
dudes' legs.
what's he doing this year?
Nothing.
Every time he does a step up, the commentator's like, "Oh, there he is again." It's like, yeah, he did one fucking move.
Dude, I would not begrudge him. Honestly, I'd like to see him stay in the EPL, maybe get an upgrade, go to Everton or something, a team that can sort of
I want
support
him
your
to prove
skills.
dudes like Farid wrong.
No, dude, I want him to stay on Leicester and get relegated.
I want him to
Yeah.
get rich, dude.
See, the problem is Vardy's
already
party
is.
just went on a little too long, so they're all heavy foot.
Heavy feet.
Heavy
feet.
feet,
All right,
heavy foot.
back,
Heavy
back,
feet.
back to the quick touch. Everton tripping on the dicks. falling. Yeah, dude.
It's a road of dicks.
Because they felt they lost last week to Chelsea. Stumbles are still on this week against Swansea. Fernando Llorente, the best striker on this fucking team. Bob Bradley, you bum.
Don't sleep on Jordan Ayew. He's not too far off.
Jordan Ayew with the dime on the
What
Here we
cross.
go, Ayew. What did I say?
Ayew
Nothing.
brothers. Ayew
Last
brothers.
year.
Get him.
Absolutely
Buy him.
You're joking.
good.
You're joking about
I'm
that.
joking. Look at my face.
Ah, there it is.
Look
No,
It's not like the finger game.
come on now. I think all y'all know that I was
All
saying,
y'all? Where the fuck are we?
I was saying that Swansea is pick him up and keep his brother. Dude, Ayew, he showed some stuff at Aston Villa. I was like, that's
Stuff.
that you know what I mean? Some skills
His
right there.
stuff.
So pick him up. They didn't. And then January, they pick him up, and guess what? He's impressing.
He's nice, man. He's
Yeah,
nice.
he's
Okay, hey, Swansea, just call me.
And
I'll tell
Llorente's
you.
a
I'll tell you who to
beast,
pick up,
man.
fancy-wise.
Fernando Llorente is a savage, bro. I don't understand. Bob Bradley were criticizing him earlier.
It's Brad Bobley.
Him and Michael Bradley. Farid feels some type of way about him.
I
Dude,
can't even
but
believe they're American.
Everton's basically done, man. I don't know if Lukaku has another 2 goals in him this year, maybe 1. I could be wrong. Watch him get 2 hat tricks to finish the season.
That's
But
who I have.
they've secured Europa next year. They finished 7th. There's nothing to
The
play
thing
for.
about vacation.
Yeah, Koeman's already thinking about his
Cancun.
next pickups and stuff. So Everton is almost like Sunderland.
This season's almost over.
Yeah.
They're handing out gifts.
Up next, Bournemouth Stoke. The
Action-packed game,
the
dude.
game of own goals, for Christ's sakes. Junior Stanislas making an impact.
Tom's boy.
My boy. Dude, this guy, he
Wait.
pops up every 5 or 6 games.
Have you picked him up at all fantasy this year?
One time, he let me down.
How much time you give
He
him?
let me down.
1 week?
Yeah,
one match
week.
day?
1 week.
Tom,
That was the week he missed the PK.
You gotta play the
Remember when he
youth.
got his PK
Yeah.
saved, or we missed it, actually?
You're just pissed at
Yeah,
him?
I was like, all right,
Dude,
son.
you kept him DD for how long? Like
4, like a month. Like a month.
Come on, you kept the D.
Yeah, but that's Conte 0.5. I have to.
I fucking love that.
He wishes he was
Great.
Conte 0.5.
He is, bro. See that banger?
That was a nice goal, though. That was a nice goal from Didi.
2-2 draw. Bournemouth, Stoke. Good game, though. A lot of action.
Yeah, dude, 2 teams that love to play football.
Ryan
love
Shawcross,
to try.
you're done, son. You're
Yeah,
done.
it's time, huh?
That sucks, dude.
It's time,
You're
dude.
done.
Him and O'Shea as well. You know, just that generation of players. Like, it's
O'Shea
just
got himself
fading
an
out.
assist, though, this past weekend,
Yeah,
which is hilarious.
That's true. O'Shea's black. I
It
love
was
it.
funny.
Don't jump the gun. Up next, another 2-2 draw. Burnley, who are currently not in the top 10, Tiki. And West Brom.
I love how you remind him every
I
episode.
gotta let them know. Fucking
Dude, they're only 3 points off top 10, dude.
Doesn't matter.
They have to win.
Still
Yeah, but-
not top 10.
Yeah, but I never said they'd be top 10 match day 36.
Okay.
Bang, bang.
It's okay. I'm going to let you know all the way up to the match day 38 that they're not
I
there.
can't wait to hear you on match day 38.
Fuck,
dude.
they better not
Fucking
make it.
Barnes is about to
Fucking die.
bang him in. Got
Votes-
Hussey in
votes,
there,
bro.
dude.
Votes with the brace in this game. Burnley played, man. And I think, like you said, I know West Brom's not at home, but the Tony Pulis gig is kind of up for this year.
wrap,
And it's,
yeah.
it's
By the way, that's a
exposed.
fantasy shot right there. Barnes with the assist at 4.5 as a striker. Picked him up this week. It was between him and Vokes.
You got him?
Yeah, but I put him on the bench because I wanted to
You
make
should have
sure.
played your bench.
No,
Bench
because
boost.
no, bench boost is next week, bro.
Giving away early
Hope you're not
nuggets.
listening. Hope you're
Robert-
not listening.
No, that's
Robert
fine,
Brady
that's
on a
fine.
dime,
I hope
too.
they hear that. You know I'm coming for you. Keith Brimcat.
Craig
you
Dawson,
know.
though, getting himself a goal. We got I don't know, man. These
Dawson-
West Brom center backs, they got
Look.
a little something left.
Look, I remember my aggressive statement that I made,
They're
and I
done.
scrolled. I still think they are. Dawson stays scoring. I don't see a Macaulay goal, and I keep scrolling and seeing you with Macaulay in there. I'm just loving it. I'm
Keeping the
that's
faith,
right.
bro.
I got Neon still, bro.
You still do? Come
Dude,
on,
he's,
guys.
he's like 4.1, dude.
Pulis is done, dude. Yeah, pick up Mawson. Nice clean sheet. Nice 7 points this week. Cheap as
4.1.
shit.
You can go
They have so many
Holgate.
transfers, dude.
that's
You go
true. That's
Stevens and
I have
Southampton.
Stevens. Got him.
Just saying.
Dude, I took a
Plenty
negative
of
12
options.
points this week.
Oh,
Desperate. Yeah, 3 moves. Well, I had to change my goalie. Had to drop Lukaku. And then had to fund that move to pick up Alexi. So
Making moves, making
see if
moves.
it works out tomorrow.
yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see.
The
Fingers crossed.
last game of the quick touch here. Sunderland dragging down Hull City. Come on down. Get over here.
Love it, Bussington.
Check the memes. First of all, I'm going right to the second goal. Jermaine Jones.
Jermaine Jones.
My bad.
Jermaine Jones.
Yo,
Defoe.
USA.
Oh, he's going back to the EPL?
Off sides like a motherfucker on this goal.
Yeah.
Still getting
Not
goals.
even close.
Yeah.
The Hull City defender's losing it. Jermaine Defoe even knew he was outside. He kept was like, oh, they're not going to call it. All right.
I'll go score.
Yep. And Billy Jones, assisted by Johnny O'Shea.
Dude, Billy Jones is on the name team, by the way. That's
Most
the greatest
ordinary
name ever.
name right there.
It
Billy
sounds so
Jones.
American, like an American little like kid in middle school. Hey, that's Billy Jones. I love it, dude. He's on the name team.
Lookman.
Look, man, Honeyman. It's so funny.
You have to watch out for those
Fagnar.
teams who are relegated.
Fagnar.
That was good. That was
That's a rough
great.
one. That's a rough
Fuck.
one.
Watch out
What
for
were you
those
saying?
teams who are relegated, man, because they just look to
Spoil.
spoil other people's seasons, and they play with freedom. You know,
And-
They have
and
nothing to lose.
And they're playing for a contract, dude. Literally, they have 2 games to prove that they don't deserve to go down with Sunderland. Guys like Defoe, who has a relegation clause in his contract. Barini is a guy, if he gets a goal before the season's over, could get picked up by Burnley, a mid-table team.
Liverpool.
Denier's going back home to Man City. I don't think
you
he
think
has a
Defoe's
home
going to go to Liverpool?
I was saying Barini.
Oh, sorry.
there. Dude, how,
Make a nice return.
how sick would it be if for Liverpool if they got Defoe? Just to back up. A real number 9. You get a real number
I'd rather
9,
him
you
be
get
playing
Defoe.
than Origi right now.
He
That's
would,
harsh.
he would be there. I think he'd be their starting forward at this point. I mean,
Well, assuming they don't pick anyone up in the summer, which
Yeah.
I think they will.
they might.
I don't know if you want Defoe on your Liverpool
who
team
else?
starting.
Who they gonna? I know Firmino.
Bang, they have a relationship with Dortmund. If you can convince him, if you get Champions League football, I don't think
Dude, that's an
Real
80,
Madrid
that's an 80 mil. That's an 80 mil
spend
dollar.
it, dude.
It's all about
but
Champions League.
Liverpool has money. How much money did Roger spend? Like 200 mil in like 3 years. They have money. They just have to make Champions League and convince
They
those
got that
high
Red
quality
Sox
players
money.
to come in. Yeah, they
got
do.
that
That
LeBron,
John Henry money.
LeBron James.
When
Fenway
have you
Sports Group.
when have you ever heard of Liverpool buying a guy for 80 mil? I mean, the most I've ever heard about Andy Carroll for
But
like
30
Andy
35.
Carroll and
I
Mane are
agree.
the two highest.
But when was the last time Liverpool had a world-class manager? They have Klopp, dude. You got to give him the pieces. Now, I agree with you. I don't know if they'll go out and spend 80, but I think they'll spend 60 on one player and then build around that guy. I think so, man.
Well,
they have to.
They're not
You
going
can't-
to get Aubameyang. He's not 60.
Yeah, that's true.
That price is going to be higher.
That's true.
That's all I'm saying.
Thomas.
That's true.
The price is higher than 60.
Yeah,
It's
It might,
like
man.
75.
Honestly, everyone was saying the same thing about Arsenal. Oh, they will never spend 40 mil. They'll
My
never spend
man,
it.
dude,
No.
because you look at it, right? So
40,
you got,
yeah, 60,
happens.
yeah. I'm telling you, Aubameyang is like an 80. That could be like a $100 million player.
I think it could happen
close.
depending what the other clubs are doing, man. You got Conte, who finally has 1 year under his belt, so he knows exactly what he needs next year. Same thing with Mourinho, same thing with Klopp, same thing with Pep, same thing with at
Wenger.
Everton, same thing with Wenger. Well, Wenger not really, because he's been in the league, so
Yeah, I
he
was just
knows
trying
what
to
he
jam him
needs.
in there.
So all these
Package it
players have, all these managers have 1 year under their belt. They have basically unlimited funds because the EPL is so freaking rich now. You know Klopp's going to go out there. He's not going to try to pick up some slick kid from Hoffenheim. Maybe he might, but what I'm saying is he's going to have to back that up
Casper
with
Dolberg?
a class. That's cute too, but Origi, it's the same thing. You're taking the same kind of risk you did in Origi.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Klopp has said, I think it was last year, I think it was almost when United were buying Pogba, he said he would never buy someone at 90 million or more. Well, but you know what, though?
Yeah, I remember that.
Hey,
That was
but,
a
he,
lot.
but if he has a chance...
Remember how you said he's going to play a weaker squad against Arsenal, the youth? That was a lie. Embellishment. Watch.
He should have,
Crazy.
because he could have.
Still would have lost.
he should have because he could have.
Should have, could have, would have.
That was pretty good.
All right, so that wraps it up for EPL. We got
Well,
2 more games
almost.
midweek. Chelsea
Oh,
versus Borough. And we got...
settle down over there.
This
All
is
right.
my
You
150...
said it wraps up the EPL. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, the review part.
All
I
right,
mean, this is my 154th episode.
All right,
yeah.
just making sure you know what you're doing.
And then you got Southampton and Arsenal also going midweek Wednesday on a Champions League day. That must be weird for you guys to play, huh? Been a while.
We're used to being eliminated by this time, so it's all good. It's all good.
Chelsea with a
Borough,
chance
dude.
to go 7
Everyone's written off Borough.
points clear. Massive weekend. Chelsea at home. Come on, boys, take care of business.
Dude, I think
Costa, Alonso, get those goals. Forget Hazard.
there's going to be a little something, man. I think there's going to be a little stumble at the bridge.
I hope Hazard
smell it.
sits.
The team that can't score and can't defend is going to do something. It could happen.
They could show up
you know
on
what
time,
happens?
man.
It's
You-
'cause
it happens against United
teams
all
show
the-
up to play the big dogs.
You remember when we played, man? When we were playing the best school in our division, we would all show up for that game. We would all step up for it.
The
So
bridge is over. The bridge is over.
Fuck out of here.
I love it. Southampton, Arsenal. What do you think, Tom? What's it looking like here? Southampton coming off
Arsenal teach,
basically a win
Looking
against
good,
Liverpool.
feeling good, and
Probably going to stumble.
Away
honestly,
game, though.
This is a game I think Alexis does show up. I think that extra bit of super stardust pops up in this game. The way Alex Oxlade is playing, if honestly, if he just keeps the same team, I think we win.
Yeah, it's a good team he
Yeah.
put out against
It's a
United.
big if, though.
Right, that is a
good
big
team.
if. Maybe Nacho at left wing back, and
Nacho!
Mustafi's come back from his injury. He was in training this past week, so maybe
So
include
kick Gibbs
Mustafi
out,
in there.
you're saying?
Kick Giggs out, put Nacho in his rightful left wing back position. You should be good from there.
Cool, man. Any other news, big games?
Yeah,
Anything
I
else?
got a little nugget here. Messi, Arturo Vidal, not happy that FIFA has repealed Messi's
Suspension?
ban. Yeah, his suspension. Messi appealed
Who's not
it.
happy?
Remember, a
Maduro.
while back, Messi allegedly swore at a referee, and he claimed that he was swearing at the air. And so, as
He
you
was
know,
looking right at him.
Yeah, he's looking right at him. Argentina have crucial World Cup qualifying games coming up, and Arturo Vidal is just not happy. He thinks that this special treatment deliberated towards Messi and FIFA.
Well,
And he says,
Arturo-
I wish all the rules were the same for everybody.
Well, Arturo Vidal can go suck a dick because the original ruling on this was bullshit anyways.
Yeah,
4-game
dude,
suspension
I
for
don't-
swearing at a referee. I've
I don't-
seen guys swear at referees every weekend in EPL.
I don't understand why
Every
they put
league.
International is different.
I don't
more
understand why they
strict.
put him.
Then the rules should be the same for everything.
That's what Arturo just said. The rules should be the same for everybody.
No,
No, not
he's
everything.
saying
No,
Everything,
he
you-
said the
everybody.
special
Heel.
treatment.
Hey,
he's saying that Messi. Yeah,
Spin doctor.
yeah, of course you are, Hussey.
Spin
Listen.
doctor.
He's spin doctor.
Yeah, man, I don't know why they gave him so many games in the first place.
4
They
games
should've
are
never.
absurd. One.
That's aggressive.
One.
Dudes break people's legs and don't get automatic full games. You know what I mean? So I think they were trying to.
Taylor got 2 games for breaking
Yeah, dude, for
Seamus Coleman.
ending Seamus Coleman's career, basically. Dude's old, so I don't even know if he's going to come back the same. But It didn't make sense, dude. I don't understand why they put themselves in that position. You always knew it was never going to be a 5-gamer or 4-gamer. Like,
Right.
It was always going to be rescinded or, like, cut in half or whatever. So, but to Arturo's point, man, that's life, dude. That's life. People are born on third base all the goddamn time. Like, it sucks, but as long as it's not grossly obvious. And in this case, I think the punishment was too harsh in the first place. They kind of got common sense and they corrected it.
It's the Tom Brady effect. Deflategate. In the NFL.
Yeah, except he came back and he mushed it in Gardner's face.
Well, maybe Messi's about to come back with Argentina and mush it in
Is he, though?
in Chile's face.
Is he?
I got a quick last nugget from me
yeah.
here. As you know, Sully Muntari endured racial abuse against Chiaglietti in the Serie A, and it was reported that he was suspended for this up-and-coming game. The referee gave him a yellow for protesting it and then for actually walking off the field, a second yellow. And the Italian FA was going to uphold the suspension, but there have been numerous players who came out. I forget his name right now, but there was a main ex-black player. I think it was
Ex-black?
I mean,
The Michael Jackson
Michael
rule over
Jackson. It's like something Brooks, I think, who said that.
John Brooks.
Yeah.
Is it Brooks from the U.S.?
American?
No,
No,
he's a different dude.
Yeah, he's
Straight out
It
there.
wasn't Garth. Just another guy who just essentially said that all the black players playing in Italy should protest and not play this weekend. So the Italian FA revised it, and they said that this circumstance was special and needed like tender care, and so they rescinded Muntari's suspension.
So they have a rule saying that if you walk off the pitch, and it's basically based on Kevin Prince Boateng when he walked off. They basically say if you walk off the pitch, automatic 1-game suspension. So he didn't get a red card or anything like that. He did get a yellow for trying to bring the racism to the ref's attention, which goes to show you what kind of fucking league this is in the first place. The suspensions are never, for the clubs, the punishments are never that great. Every once in a while, they'll close the doors. But even that, I don't think it's enough, man. I don't think these clubs are doing enough. I don't think Serie A really cares. There aren't that many black players in the league, so to them, it's a minor problem. But, to the rest of the world, it's a human issue.
It's a world problem.
It's a world problem, man. Because you got young potential players who are going to look at Italy and say, I'm not going to the Serie A because of the war. They still throw bananas in 2017.
My God, when Alves ate that banana like 2 years ago, that was the coolest fucking thing
That was great,
ever.
man.
And
that
it
was
happens
nice
in La Liga as well.
It does. Not as often.
Yeah.
It's usually like those, those distant towns that are on the outskirts. But yes, I agree with you. It still happens in La Liga. It doesn't happen in England though.
Dude, it happened to Robbie at Arsenal Fan TV at the Spurs game.
Oh yeah.
He was trying to report after the North London derby.
Yeah.
They're like,
No, it definitely happens.
It definitely
happens after the game, but inside, like during the game.
Yeah, to the players.
The stewards do a good job of like sort of isolating those people and getting them out.
Dude, they said that it wasn't the Italian FA said that it was 1% of the people who were there. They said it was just 10 people. So in order to meet the requirement, it has to be 10% of the people. So that's why they weren't.
that's shit,
that's
man.
A way to, what kind of ways to look at it, man?
I mean, not to bring it
So
back
there
to
were only 10 people yelling, and somehow Sully Muntari's on the pitch and heard it.
Oh no, that's just 1%. That's just don't worry about it.
And not to bring it back to American sport again, but this same thing just happened at Fenway Park with the Baltimore Orioles taking on the Red Sox and I think Jones, the center fielder. Adam Jones.
Yeah.
They were like throwing peanuts at him. They were calling him a bunch of N-words and all that kind of stuff. Now, should owners take the initiative and say, if anyone's caught saying these type of slurs, should they have a lifetime ban, 5-year ban?
Well, he came out and
year
said,
ban? Like, should they have it banned at all?
He said that's not even enough. Like to ban, he's like, what is it to ban someone from the stadium? He said you should really hurt
How
them in
often
their
does it
pocket, find them $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, and really hit them where it hurts. Essentially.
See the tough
But
thing
can you
with
actually do that though?
The tough thing with that, man.
Free speech to a point.
No, look, you can.
Well, there's a difference between
point.
free speech and hate speech.
Yeah,
You can definitely do it because in that little fine print on your ticket, it basically says like they have a lot of rights. So you can include that in saying that if you're being disruptive, if you're affecting the flow of the game, we have the right to pick you up and kick you out. I don't know if they can fine you for that. That becomes more of like a Supreme Court issue because you're not yelling fire, you're not yelling bomb, like you're not causing a stampede.
Yeah, no, you're
just kind of being
nigger.
a dick.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you're just kind of being a dick, dude. And
that's ridiculous, though.
well, look, I'm a bit. I understand the complexity of this issue, but I think the best way to solve it, put cameras facing the stands, when you hear, okay, there's a section that's rowdy, you have people looking at the cameras, like they have facial recognition in England. That's how they end up banning people, because they can put your face up. You walking in, a camera looks at you, says, oh, that's Tom. He's banned from me. He can't be here. Security comes up and kicks you out of the stadium.
So I don't think that's enough of a punishment.
I don't know if you can ever get rid of racism. That's the thing, man.
But it also depends, because if they have like season tickets, take them away. That's a punishment. That's a huge punishment.
Keep the money and take them away.
Well, you can't really. Well, you could probably keep that money for that year. So, yeah. But to take away season tickets for anyone, even though you say, oh, the ban isn't enough for season ticket holders, that's huge. To have a ban and take away the tickets.
I don't think it's huge, but it's big.
I think that's enormous for a diehard fan. Never to be able to.
If you're gonna get fined $5,000, you're not gonna say anything. You can feel how you feel, like you said. You're not really gonna stop racism. You're not gonna stop how someone feels about someone else. But just shut the hell up and don't say anything then.
But some of those fans that are closest to the field, where they can buy the expensive tickets, they're the ones that might have that extra cash. Be like, whatever, here's $5,000. Whatever.
But those usually tend to be the ones with a bit more class, too, because that ticket costs $20,000. You're not going to do anything to sort of sacrifice that money.
Drunk idiots.
So it's usually like rich CEOs or executive kind of dudes or business people or hip hop people as well. So like you're not really going to see the blue collar, like, you know,
ignorance,
quintessential like racist dudes sitting in those $2,000-$3,000 seats.
We got real deep here on the PFC show.
We do once in a while, dude.
While we're in Italy,
let's go Nuggy.
Speaking of racism, let's talk about Lazio a little bit.
Love this club.
They beat Sampdoria today 7-3, and the last game they beat Roma 3-1, and the game before that they beat Palermo 6-2. They've scored a combined 16 goals in the last 3 games.
NFL scores, man.
Yeah.
NFL scores.
Crazy numbers, man. Just my little shout out for a little crazy Italian love.
New Neymar, Vinicius Jr.
Heard about this kid.
Where's he
This kid's
going?
been linked to Real Madrid.
Yep.
He's been linked to Barcelona. Looks like Madrid might just be beating
What
out
about
Barcelona
Liverpool?
currently.
Been linked?
No chance.
No, he's
chance.
good.
I know he's Brazilian, but no chance.
One more Brazilian, bring him in.
Look, man.
Be the new Shakhtar.
This kid could be. They're saying he's a new Neymar. Neymar's still young. Like, he still hasn't even really reached his peak.
That's so weird, right? Neymar's like 15 years old. Hey, this is the new Neymar.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude.
But just keep an eye out for this kid.
I like that.
Vinicius Jr.
Anything else, Bussington?
I got nothing.
Perfect.